Hello, I want to follow up this video today to a video I made last week that was titled A Very Important Development in Gold and Silver Markets. And basically what had happened was that the banksters rated gold and silver last Wednesday and last Friday, but one of those days when gold and silver were down heavily, a lot of the major gold and silver precious metal mining shares held up extremely well under the circumstances. A lot of them actually even ended up in the black on that day, which was something that if it happened before, I can't remember within a time frame of like the last 3, 4, 5 years. So I do remember times when gold and silver were hit by the banksters as far as the prices on the futures markets were concerned by 1 or 2%, and the gold and silver mining shares as a group declined, but declined less than the hit they took in the futures markets. But I don't recall a day happening where they actually ended up positive despite very significant raids in the futures market, and that happened last week. And the reason I'm bringing this up again is that actually happened again yesterday. So yesterday we saw silver taking down 75 cents an ounce, or 2.23%. Gold was down a very significant 1.12%, and even gold and silver were down even further than that at certain points of trading yesterday during the New York market hours in the COMEX. And yet, by the end of the day, the Huey Gold Bugs index that trades on the Amex ended up positive. There are many gold and silver mining companies whose shares also ended up in the black, which is remarkable because that's 2 days now in the past week where that's happened. So I'm basically making this video to let people become more aware that I do believe the awareness of this fraud is happening. So people are looking now at these attacks, these deliberate, purposeful bankster raids that are happening on some of the best assets in the world, which are gold and silver bar none, and they're using them as buying opportunities, whereas before, and fighting back, which is a great thing. So that people are willing to stand their ground now and not fleeing on the first sign of bankster fraud, even though these frauds that are being perpetrated against the freedoms of society are very significant. People are holding their ground now, and I don't recall this happening. So I think this is a very significant change, as I stated, and a very significant development. And I do believe now we will see actually people enter the market now that may never have bought physical gold, physical silver before, and take advantage of these raids to buy at bargain discount prices. And I believe those that stack will keep stacking. They've been stacking for 6 years, 10 years, or whatever it's been during this gold and silver bull. They'll see this because they already know, they've known for years that this is a buying opportunity. So I think this is great. I encourage everyone to keep fighting the banksters, because if we fight them maybe once for the first time in this whole bull market, we can win, because the banksters have always won for this entire bull market, their fight against us. So if we can perhaps corner them, because they're massively short, like the JP Morgan, HSBCs, the other one is Scotia Makata, that's thought to be very short in the gold and silver futures market. If we can corner them and squeeze their shorts, then perhaps we can run them into bankruptcy. So the way to do that is to buy the most undervalued stocks that are backed by real assets, like the gold and silver mining companies. So stay away from the GLD, SLV. If you have that, sell it and buy physical gold, physical silver. Perhaps this Christmas or this Hanukkah or whatever you celebrate, whatever religion you celebrate, if I can speak. Buy an ounce of silver, buy a couple ounces of silver, and give them as gifts to family members, give them as gifts to friends, to your colleagues, because these are gifts that will appreciate over time. It's a gift that will keep on giving. If you can afford gold, buy an ounce of gold, because these are the tactics that will help us win the fight against the banksters. So I encourage all of you to do this. This is the way we take our stand. This is our opportunity to unite instead of always basically falling apart and splintering, because the banksters have been very successful through the media, through their propaganda, misinformation campaigns against us in the media, through the politicians that are their puppets that they just tell what to say, what to do, and through the government officials that continually lie to us about true employment rates or unemployment rates, about what true rates of inflation are, how they're truly devaluing, and they're all on board. All these politicians are on board. The president, the prime ministers are on board with all these devaluation policies, monetary policies at the Bank of England, the ECB, the Federal Reserve of the United States, all the other central banks around the world are undertaking, and their currency race to the bottom. So I encourage all of you listening to take this opportunity to stand up, unite, and fight the bankers. And the way to do that is to buy an ounce of gold, buy an ounce of silver, to convert your other paper fiat currency savings into physical gold and physical silver if you want to preserve your wealth, if you want to appreciate your wealth against devaluing fiat currencies. And if you don't understand this, they also encourage you to go check out my book, The Golden Gift, which is available on www.lulu.com and www.amazon.com. For those of you that think this is a gratuitous self-plug for myself, no, please understand that I'm donating 100% of first year sales profits, or first year profits from the sales of these books to 3 wonderful charities that help children that have been orphaned and also children with learning disabilities. So I'm not keeping a single penny of this, and my goal in writing these books were to raise money for charities that I love, that help children all around the world, and also to educate people. So thanks for watching, take care, and have a great day. Until next time, so long.